Hi, I am Aurora Borin. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Mental Health Services Manager for the ACMG, which is the Association of Canadian Mountain Guides. It is a real mouthful. My current profession is a real buffet of differing skills and activities and concepts. I'm an administrator, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker. I deal with logistics and social media and just everyday communication. I do a lot of mental health support and emotional labor for and on behalf of people. It is just the scope of it is quite a lot. But I've narrowed it down using a handy list, which is my #1 workplace tool here. Outdoor knowledge. You should know what we're talking about. We're dealing with the outdoors and with people who have dedicated to their lives to the outdoors. We need to be able to speak the same language. And we need to have a passion for the outdoors, and we need to like something in it. We don't have to like everything. We don't have to have a passion for everything, but we should place somewhere within the greater outdoor community. And then similarly, we need to have a passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and a passion for mental health and everything that comes along with those. In terms of more granular skills, reading and writing is huge. I do so much reading and writing every day. And then from that reading and writing, trying to build things together into something new, something that will speak to mountain people, to take the diversity, equity, inclusion concepts and translate them into something that will be meaningful for an individual in mountain culture. Or create something new based on our needs here and the unique culture that we have. The ability to make and commit to ideas and plans. I work alone a lot, and that's fine. So I gotta motivate and then keep going. Empathy for people that have had a traumatic incident. Empathy for people that disagree with me. Empathy for people that may not know what they think about transgender folks, of which I am one, and yet still having to have a professional empathy for people, because without that we don't get anywhere. The ability to scaffold, which is a fancy word for building an education system, to go, well, we need this idea to create something for that idea, to move to that idea, to move to that idea. And the idea to scaffold something effectively is just huge. So all of that, plus administrative office work, knowing how to use Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word or whatever, it just goes on and on. But there's something in there for everybody, I think, too, right? When I started this work overall, which wasn't with the ACMG, but was before then, I thought I would be a lot more of an activist than I am. But it turns out I'm behind a desk a lot, at a computer screen a lot, making phone calls a lot, and that oftentimes I'm having to take the work that activists do and sort of distill it down into something that's organizationally doable, which has been a real challenge, because I might full-throatedly agree with the activists on the so-called front lines, but what we can do here and what we should do here might be a little bit different. So that's been a real difference. The best piece of advice that I would have for people looking to move into this profession is I couldn't decide between two. First, practice being wrong, practice being humble, practice doing your best and having people still not disagree with you or still not agree with you. Practice, practice being told no, and practice knowing that you could have done something better, but at the time you didn't have it, and that's fine. Because when I started this, I was not very kind to myself when I wasn't able to change people's minds. But we can't change people's minds. That's never something we can do, and that's not our goal. And we can't take that personally. All we can do is do our best with the emotional capacity and the tools that we have in the moment. And the other thing is to practice boundaries. In this work, we work a lot with our lived experience. We work a lot with our own stories and our own difficulties, and we share those for the betterment of everybody. But knowing which stories we can tell and which stories we aren't ready to tell yet is a big deal. Knowing what emotional labor we're willing to do and what we're not, and how that changes every day is a big deal. It's too easy to burn ourselves out. It's too easy to make ourselves just too raw in the name of the cause, but that's not sustainable if we want to be in this work long term. We really need those boundaries. They're so important. And that is it. I hope this has helped. I hope that you've seen some skills you have and some ways forward. And yeah, maybe you think that, wow, there's somebody doing that stuff in the mountain industry. There is. I'm doing it, and I'm proud to be doing it, and I'm happy to be doing it. And I look forward to working alongside all of you.